What if I told you that the reason you're tired at 2 p.m., the reason your joints ache, the reason you can't lose the weight no matter what you try, isn't your willpower? It's your plate. There are 7 foods, ordinary, cheap, sitting in grocery stores you walk past every single week, that can quietly rebuild your body from the inside out. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what they are, why they work, and how to start eating them tonight. If this is your first time here, this channel exists for one reason: to help you build a life that starts with God, not with panic. So before we go further, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications, because tomorrow morning you're going to want this again. Let's begin. I want you to picture 2 people. Person A eats what most of us grew up eating: bread, cereal, soda, low-fat, everything. Person B eats a handful of specific nutrient-dense foods every single day. Nothing fancy, no supplements, no $200 grocery bill. 5 years later, Person A is on 3 medications. Person B is still hiking on weekends, still sharp, still strong. The difference wasn't genetics, it wasn't luck. It was 7 foods eaten consistently that changed the trajectory of their health. Here's the science behind why. Most of the chronic disease we see today, the fatigue, the inflammation, the weight that won't budge, traces back to one root problem: insulin resistance. Foods that spike your insulin over and over, day after day, are quietly wearing your body down. Foods that keep it stable, they're doing the opposite. They're healing you. So today, I'm giving you the 7 foods that do exactly that, plus 3 bonus foods at the end that complete the picture. Stick around, because number 3 might be the most misunderstood food in the entire grocery store. Food number 1, sauerkraut. Let's start with something that looks completely unglamorous: a jar of fermented cabbage. I know, not exactly what you pictured when I said superfood, but hear me out, because sauerkraut might be the single most underrated food in the Western diet. Here's the catch though: it has to be raw and unpasteurized. The stuff sitting shelf-stable at most grocery stores has been heated, and that heat kills the very thing that makes sauerkraut powerful: the live microbes. Real raw sauerkraut is one of the most potent probiotics on the planet, often more effective than yogurt or kefir. 1 cup gives you barely any carbs, but an enormous dose of vitamin C, often 10 times the recommended daily amount, from cabbage. Not an orange, cabbage. It's also gentle enough that people with sensitive stomachs can often tolerate it well, and it contains compounds that research has linked to gut lining repair. Think about your gut like the soil in a garden. You can plant the best seeds in the world, eat the healthiest foods, take the best supplements, but if the soil is damaged, nothing grows properly. Sauerkraut helps rebuild that soil. Just a ½ cup a day. That's it. Food number 2, arugula. Next time you're building a salad, skip the iceberg lettuce. Reach for arugula instead. Here's why. Arugula contains some of the highest natural levels of compounds your body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and widens your blood vessels. That means better blood pressure, better circulation, and yes, better blood flow to every part of your body. Think about what that actually means in daily life. Better circulation isn't abstract. It's the difference between feeling foggy and feeling sharp. It's your hands staying warm in winter. It's your heart not working overtime just to get blood where it needs to go. Drizzle it in real extra virgin olive oil, maybe a sprinkle of nutritional yeast for a cheesy, savory kick. And you've got a salad that's actually doing something for you, not just filling space on your plate. Food number 3, wild-caught salmon. This is the one I promised you, and I want you to really sit with this comparison. 3 ounces of wild-caught salmon can give you roughly 10 times the omega-3 fatty acids of the same amount of cod. Omega-3s aren't just good for your heart. They're literally building blocks for your brain and your retina, and they're one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories that exist. Now, notice I said wild-caught, not farm-raised. Farmed salmon is often raised in crowded conditions, sometimes given antibiotics, and artificially colored to look like it has the nutrition it doesn't actually have. Wild salmon earns its color the real way, from what it eats in the ocean. And here's the part that surprises people. Don't be afraid of mercury. Salmon is naturally rich in selenium, a mineral that helps your body bind to and clear out mercury. Eat the skin too. That's where a concentrated dose of omega-3s and collagen live. If you want to go even further, canned cod liver is one of the most concentrated omega-3 sources that exists. And yes, the canning process still preserves the nutrition. I didn't believe that myself until I sent samples to a lab to check. The results confirmed it. We are drowning in seed oils in the modern diet, and those oils push your body toward inflammation. Omega-3s are the counterbalance. This is one of the most important foods on this entire list. Food number 4, grass-fed ground beef. I can already feel some of you tensing up. Red meat? Really? Stay with me. I'm not talking about a drive-through burger assembled from scraps of 100 different animals. I'm talking about quality, grass-fed ground beef, ideally with some fat in it, not the leanest option on the shelf. Here's something most people don't know. Eating protein with its natural fat slows digestion, improves nutrient absorption, and keeps your insulin more stable than eating lean, stripped-down protein alone. In fact, of all protein sources, the most insulin spiking is whey protein powder because it has almost no fat to slow it down. Quality beef delivers a form of iron your body absorbs far more efficiently than the iron in spinach or plant sources. It also delivers zinc, B vitamins, and creatine, the same compound people spend money on as a supplement to build muscle. The narrative that red meat is automatically dangerous is more complicated than the headlines suggest. The research is genuinely mixed and often depends heavily on what kind of meat, how it's raised, and what it's replacing in your diet. Quality matters enormously here. This isn't a free pass to eat processed meat every day. It's a case for choosing real, well-raised beef over ultra-processed alternatives. Food number 5, Brazil nuts. One tiny nut, enormous impact. Brazil nuts contain more selenium than any other food on Earth, and selenium is one of those minerals nobody talks about. But your body quietly depends on it for almost everything. Your thyroid needs selenium to convert its hormones into their active, usable form. Many people who think they have a thyroid problem may actually be dealing with a selenium shortfall, not an iodine one. Your immune system needs it too. Specific immune cells, the ones that act like the command center directing your body's defense against viruses and abnormal cells, depend on adequate selenium to function properly. Some research has explored links between selenium status and immune resilience, though this is an area where more research is still needed and it's not a substitute for medical care. Here's the catch. More is not better. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day is enough. Selenium builds up in your system and too much becomes a problem. This is a less is more food. Respect it. Food number 6, extra virgin olive oil. If there's one ingredient that ties this entire list together, it's this one. Real extra virgin olive oil helps your body absorb the nutrients from everything else on your plate, especially leafy greens like arugula. It's loaded with polyphenols, plant compounds studied for their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, often described as many times more concentrated than green tea. Here's a fun way to check if you have the real thing. Authentic extra virgin olive oil often produces a slight peppery tickling sensation at the back of your throat. That's a natural compound doing its job. A lot of what's sold as olive oil on store shelves has been diluted or blended, so it's worth seeking out a trusted brand, often from Spain, Italy, or Greece. And here's a stat that stops people in their tracks. The majority of heart attacks and strokes are triggered by a blood clot, not simply by plaque buildup. Olive oil has properties that support healthy blood flow and help prevent clotting. That single fact should change how much of this you pour on your food. Food number 7, cheese. Full fat, aged, real. I saved a surprising one for last on the core list. Real full fat aged cheese is a fermented food, meaning it comes with its own probiotic benefits. It's also one of the richest natural sources of vitamin K2, a nutrient that helps direct calcium into your bones where it belongs and away from your arteries and joints where it doesn't. Think of K2 as a traffic controller for calcium. Without enough of it, calcium can end up in the wrong places over time, hardening arteries, stiffening joints. That's part of what we call aging. K2 helps keep calcium going where it should. Cheese also naturally breaks down much of its lactose during fermentation, making it easier on digestion for many people than a glass of milk, and it delivers high-quality, satisfying protein. The 3 bonus foods. You made it this far, so here are the 3 bonus foods that complete the picture. Dark chocolate, 85% or higher. Not the candy aisle stuff, real dark chocolate. It's rich in polyphenols that support nitric oxide production, just like arugula. It also contains magnesium, a mineral most people are deficient in, which supports muscle relaxation, sleep quality, and stress regulation. A square or two after lunch, not at night. It does contain natural stimulants. Probiotics-rich fermented yogurt. Specialty fermented yogurts, made at home with specific probiotic strains or a quality Bulgarian yogurt from the store, can help restore gut bacteria that modern life has stripped away. Antibiotics, C-section births, low-fiber diets. A healthy gut microbiome has been linked in research to better sleep, mood regulation, and even social bonding hormones like oxytocin. Just a half cup a day. Extra virgin olive oil already made the main list, but it's worth repeating. Don't skimp on it. Use it generously. Here's what I want you to do. Not for a month, not forever, just 7 days. Pick 3 or 4 of these foods and build them into your meals this week. Sauerkraut with dinner, arugula instead of iceberg, salmon twice this week instead of processed meat, 1 square of dark chocolate instead of the cookie. That's it. Small, doable, repeatable. I've watched people change how they feel in 7 days, not because of some extreme diet, but because they finally gave their body what it was asking for the whole time. Your body isn't broken. It's just been undernourished by a food system that prioritizes shelf life over your life. These 7 foods are how you hand the power back to yourself. If this video gave you even one thing you're going to try this week, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It tells YouTube to show this to someone else who needs to hear it today. Subscribe if you want more real practical health science. No fluff, no fads, just what actually works. And in the comments, tell me, which of these 7 foods are you starting with tomorrow? I read every single one, and I want to see you follow through. Share this with the one person in your life who needs to hear this today. You might just change their next 7 days, and maybe a lot more than that. I'll see you in the next video.